ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of the FinTech Hunting Podcast. We have an incredible guest for you today. Yes, she is a repeat guest. She probably doesn't need an introduction. She is a recruiting and a diversity and inclusion expert. She's a networking aficionado. She knows everything tacos. She's host of Taco Tuesdays. She is the founder and creator of Love and Tacos Media. She is a dear friend, and I couldn't be more excited to welcome her back. Dalila, it is great to have you.
Thank you, Michael. Always, I think your intros are fabulous, sir.
Well, you deserve it, and you've got a lot of exciting things. You just came back from NAMB. You were heavily involved. You
Yeah.
killed it. I saw you coordinating a lot and posting and getting sponsorships. So give all of our listeners some updates from NAMBA.
Okay, so NAMBA was great. It really was. One of the things I love about NAMBA, to, in my personal opinion, out of all the conference we go to, it's the conference where you relationship on a super intimate and personal level. And that to me is priceless.
Well, and I think part of it is that's one of the most important things of why we go to any of the shows. Yes, we want some learning, but if you're going to network, you want to foster and grow relationships. You don't want to just collect names.
Yeah, the energy at NAMBA is a whole different vibe. And that's why I encourage so many people to, especially from a C-suite upper management perspective, like section, excuse me, sector, to come in and just attend, attend. Like I don't know if they just don't sometimes, they don't attend. And I see the difference in the environment, the energy from going to another conference where it's heavy C-suite versus this conference. And it's like personal. I wish I could bottle it up and sell it.
Tell me, what were some of the key highlights? What were some of the things that we're talking about? What's on everyone's mind?
So, of course, what's going to be happening after the election and God willing into 2025, that was a lot of conversation. But I also was privy to be a part of conversations of some successes. What are they doing? How are they winning? How they've changed up or switched up their strategy and what's working and what's not. No one gatekeeps at this conference. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but people are so open, and again, going back to that energy, that they're more willing to say, "Hey, have you tried this? Because this is working for me." I don't get that anywhere at any
No, I
other.
think at some of the other conferences, I think the term I would use is guarded.
Yeah,
People, they share a little, and some of it is that bravado. How's everything going? Oh, it's great. We're killing it. Well, come on. We all know it's been a tough year. Not everyone's killing it, and not everyone's doing as well as they were 2 years ago. So it's helpful that people can be candid. They can
yeah,
be authentic and really share what's going on. Yeah, we had struggles here, but this worked. We
right.
tried this, that really didn't work as well. This is an area you might want to look out for. I find those to be very, very helpful. What were some of the things that people were most optimistic about?
Um, Technology, AI,
Okay.
like people have really made a choice, a firm choice. Hey, I have to incorporate technology into my business, into my company, and not only embrace it, but they are having to really uh, do the legwork and research on what will benefit their team, their sales force, whatever it is, and what's not. Because I feel like in 2020, 2021, they would dangle whatever technology, any shiny thing in front of someone and they would buy it. But it wasn't beneficial for what they were doing. And they had all this wasted, like I don't know if it's wasted technology, but all these different technologies that they didn't use on a daily basis.
Right. Low user adoptions,
Yeah.
not, and if people aren't using it, it's not getting a lot of value. I think
No.
one of the things when you mention AI that is different than some of those shiny objects in the last couple of years is AI isn't just one thing, meaning it's not just a POS, it's not just a sales tool, it's not just operations or underwriting. The analogy I've been using is it's very similar to when I got in the industry and the internet was coming out. And people laugh and go, what do you mean the internet was coming out? Well, only executives in the company had access to the internet. And I was at a tech company. So it wasn't like but what I'm seeing and what I heard back then reminds me of a lot of the stuff I'm hearing right now.
Yeah.
Fear. Oh, I don't know if we should give our employees access to the internet. I mean, they're just going to screw around. They're going to watch videos. All of our data is going to get out there. There's a lot of risk involved. We probably shouldn't. And unfortunately, I hear a lot of that with AI of, well, I mean, we don't know how it's going to be used in this. We have to move and be very wise about it. But I think for those companies that put their head in the sand and don't lean in and to learn AI, and it can touch, I'm doing a talk next month, and I was researching how AI is being applied in lending today, not hypothetically, not work. I have 12 examples that cover the entire gamut, all different aspects of lending that AI is touching, whether it's
Yeah.
risk evaluation, whether it's loan decisioning, whether it's sales efficiency, whether it's customer sentiment. I mean, so I think to your point, I'm glad that I'm hearing more people getting excited about it.
Yep.
And then I think what we're going to have to figure out is who really knows what they're talking about with AI and who doesn't.
Exactly.
How is it going to add value to a lender? How is it not? When is it not just a shiny object and actually a tool that is going to create a lot of efficiencies? Exciting. So
Yes.
you mentioned relationship building because I know you don't love the word recruiting, and I think it at least helps people to know, hey, if I need to bring on employees, if I need to hire, if I need to up my staff, Delilah's the person to go to. But I think what really differentiates you is you don't use the term recruiting. You focus on relationships, and you work harder than anyone I know at finding good fits. I think too many people just try to shove, oh, you need somebody? Here you go. So I get a commission.
Yeah.
Talk to me about why building these relationships and finding the right fit is so important to you.
You know, first of all, relationship, yes, I do not like the word recruiter. To me, sometimes a recruiter can equate to an order taker. That's why I don't like that term, that
Okay.
word. I know without a shadow of a doubt that my God-given talent is the ability to relationship with people on a very personal, intimate business, however you want to call it. But I have that gift, and I really treasure that gift. And I I want the best for people. I do not want to put them in a situation where it doesn't benefit them, their family, their spouse, their children. So because of that, I learn more about them. I learn about the kids. I learn about, like, of course, where they live, how long they've been in the industry. Like, one of the things, I know this is a little weird to say, but a lot of my friends in the industry, we've entered the season where we're losing our parents or the people that have raised us. It is a sucky time for a lot of us. And because I know that, sometimes I will not present an opportunity because I know that their heart and their mind is somewhere else.
Right.
And I know that. So I'm not going to do that. I don't do it for my own benefit and for my wallet. I can't. I have to sleep at night.
Well, and I think that's one thing that truly makes you different. You truly
Yeah,
care what the company is
I
looking
do.
for, what
I
the
do.
individual is looking for. And at the end of the day, just throwing a butt in the seat doesn't help the company because they're going to be
No.
back in this position in a month or 2 months. And why set up somebody to fail? And I think your relationship building approach is critical, because when somebody is looking for a job and they've been unemployed for a while and they need that income, they get to a point where they're almost willing to take anything, and logic goes out the door. They're, oh,
Yeah.
just Dalila, I mean, I'll do a great job. And you're like, you're not a good fit for this position.
No,
So,
you're 100% right. And I will be completely honest and upfront. I'd be like, hey, this isn't a good fit. It's not a good mesh. And I have passed on people quite a few times because like I said, I like to sleep.
exactly. Well, one of the other things that's interesting, and we're on the FinTech Hunting podcast, is how you can leverage technology. And I don't have a better way to phrase this, but to cut through some of the BS and the bravado, right? I mean, we're an industry where people love talking numbers, and I did this, and this is how many loans I bring in. And talk to me about how you can leverage technology to kind of cut through some of the BS, because I don't care what you did 2 years ago. What are you producing today that I can take to a company and get you a job with? Talk to me a little bit about that dynamic going on.
That is actually interesting because one of the topics that I am noodling on, whether for Taco Tuesday or for an Amplify or something like that, is that people are now utilizing technology, AI are you ready, Michael? To do their like resumes.
Yep. So,
And and I am now having to look and be like,
so, so let's talk about that a little bit, because I think one of the flip side of it too is there's companies, especially very large organizations, that use AI to read all the resumes.
yes, and here's the thing that technology it's not it doesn't know the difference because there's no personal relationship or connection with this person. It doesn't know the difference versus I am human, I'm a real person, and 8 out of 10 times I actually know this person and I'm like, this is not you, sir.
But it's interesting you say that, because I hear this in marketing too, right? I can tell that that chat wrote that, or I can tell this. And I
Yeah.
think the problem is people have to understand that AI is a tool.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so the people that win, there's nothing wrong with using AI to make your resume sound better, or your email, or your blog post. The
Yeah.
problem lies in trying to think that AI can just create your resume and you don't have to do anything. It can
Exactly.
create the email, the blog post. I mean, in what I use when I teach on AI quite a bit is, the example I give is, I can read somebody's post and it'll say, and as we delve into, and I'm like, BS, bing, ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
None of us in our day-to-day discussions use
Those
the word. Delilah, you and I have had thousands of conversations, and I know I've never, and I know you have never said, well, Michael, let's delve into that topic today.
it
So the BS meter goes way up.
does.
And but guess what? There's ways you can program and prompt AI so it doesn't sound like that. And it's not allowed to use
And
those words.
And I use chat as well. I use AI. I'm not opposed to using them, but how I utilize them is for an outline. It just an outline. Then I use that structure and then apply my own, whether experience, whatever I need
Right.
to drop in. But
Yep.
and
Here's
sometimes,
another example. I use AI to help me now with my podcast descriptions. And people are like, what? Well,
yeah,
if I take the whole podcast that you and I just record here, and it's your verbiage, it's my verbiage, it's us talking, and then I can use AI to help create a description from that recording and that transcript.
exactly. Perfect.
Awesome. That's just a good use of technology and of our times. I
Yes.
want to touch one more point, and then we got a lot of other stuff to cover. But in the tech tools for recruiting, and I'm just going to call out, let's use loan officers, because you work with loan officers all the time.
Yeah.
A loan officer is looking for a job. A company is they're willing to pay X, and that loan officer throws numbers at you from 2 years ago and 3 years ago about how many loans they closed and how much money they made. How is technology validating that story in today's world?
Well, oh, so for me, what you did in 2020, 2021, and 2022, I don't care. It's just, I'm sorry, not sorry. I can't use none of that. Companies want to know what you're currently doing. And now there is technology, I will say, like MMI, right?
Right.
I
Yep.
use MMI personally, and I can now, if they send me tax returns or a pay stub, I can now line it up with their information. And well, they can't BS, because sometimes you have to be careful with pay stubs and as well. But MMI, it's a third party. It's not
And
my
it validates, it will
yeah,
tell you, here's how many loans they closed. And the person can't
well, it
say,
won't
I
be,
closed 12 loans a month. And you're
yeah.
like, yeah,
And it won't be sometimes completely 100% accurate. I get that, but it should be relatively close.
it's not going to be off 90% where
No,
you
it's
told them,
not.
you told the LO tells Delilah, I close 20 loans a month and MMI is saying two.
Yeah, there is an issue. And I am finding that. I am finding that they will say that they closed X amount of units and volume. And then when I go to do the research, it is not the case. And I don't know why loan officers, originators continue to do that. I do politely educate them and let them know where I got my numbers. And then sometimes, like, the truth does come out. But
Right.
I can't go from 2021 and 2020. I can't, those numbers, that isn't the
They're
past.
irrelevant in today's market.
That is correct. Mhm.
All right, now let's shift gears a little bit. You and I partner a lot on
Huh?
doing videos and helping companies get their stories told. And I think now more than ever, there's a lot of noise out there, and it's even more important to get the story told properly. What are some of the things you're seeing?
So I'm starting to see a lot of companies understand the power of brand, having a brand, and not only on a personal level, maybe on a company level, but there's some kind of brand. And also, I'm noticing that companies are shifting to customer testimonials or customer reviews to promote maybe their product or their service or just their overall messaging and brand. They're now bringing in their team, they're bringing in clients and customers because they understand that people look at reviews, they do read testimonials, and that will make a very impactful decision and if they're going to buy into your service or product.
So let's talk video, right? How much more impactful is a customer video versus just a static review?
It it's it's just going to have to be done because the way, and I talked about this at the NAMB conference on my session, the way that society as a whole absorbs information, how we take it in, it's now heavy video,
Right.
very heavy. We no longer, I mean, I, I still read, and I like books, like with pages. I like to feel.
So I do too. I don't like digital
So
books for whatever
I didn't
reason.
like an audio or a Kindle.
Right.
I'm not that kind of girl. I still like to read. However, though, we're very text message, we're very video. Again, number one search engine is Google, followed by number two is YouTube. YouTube is nothing but videos, whether long format or short format, but it's all videos and kind of all info. So the fact that that is the number two search engine um, currently should show you how we absorb information.
And to your point, people consume videos more, right? So even on social, I don't care if it's TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, I'm much more prone to check somebody's video and hear their story
Of course.
than just kind of read the 2 paragraph blurb that they wrote or whatever. That's how we absorb and consume information. So you and I have partnered again this year for MBA Annual. I can't wait to see you in Denver. Talk to Talk to our audience a little bit about what we're doing and kind of the success we had last year and how we want to build upon that again this year.
So last year we did a full day of nonstop podcasting, video content creation, and it is by invite only. I will have to throw that out there.
Yep.
But we did it from from morning till late in the afternoon, and we were putting live as they would go out all these videos on all these very important people that attend the MBA conference, and we're doing it again in Denver, dedicating a whole day. We do have partners that now partnering with us, so we appreciate that. And
Shout out to Value Link. We'll give
yes,
them a
shout
shout
out
out there.
to
They're
so
partnering with us. They're helping sponsor that. Last year, we gave back to the industry. We didn't
yes,
charge anyone.
no,
Any of the invites that go out this year,
it's
we
not
are
charged.
not charging for. And what the format is, we do a whole pop-up studio. We have different backgrounds. You were more
Yeah,
fireside chat. I
yeah,
was more of a newsroom, movers and shakers, and
yeah,
and so we did over 50 videos.
yep,
Those videos we post as they're taking place. We have someone in our room who is posting those.
yep.
We had over 150,000 views just in the week of MBA while it was taking place.
I swear to this day, we are almost a year out, and I still get someone that will eventually like or say something about the videos from Philly last year. Like, that's how much it traction it got. And not only that, it's fun. It was a fun day. I know to the end of the day our feet hurt, but it was fun.
It was exhausting. Like we said, we did over 50 videos
Yeah.
in one day, but we look forward to doing that again. Our invites for those executives that were part of it last
Yeah.
year, there's going to be some new invites this year. Look for your emails next week.
Yes.
As soon as it goes out, it is a first come, first serve. When you get that invite, respond. If you didn't get an invite and you're dying to reach out to us, we can't guarantee anything. We can't promise anything, but if there is a slot open, we'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. What else are you excited about Denver?
So I think I've been to Denver before, but it's been a long time. To be honest with you, I'm afraid it's gonna be cold. For whatever,
Downtown Denver should be fine, especially in October.
like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, is it gonna be cold? But I am looking forward to MBA, to Denver, to seeing everyone. And again, just really collaborating, and then also looking forward to what we have going on for God willing 2025, because we're going to be entering Q4 soon. It's so crazy.
Well, it's crazy, and we have a lot. I have a conference in Chicago that I'll be speaking at on AI in September. You and I will be together in Denver. We're going to be
Yeah,
together in November for the Cora
yeah.
event. We'll
Here,
be in Orlando, your backyard. So we'll be shooting a lot of videos, meeting with a lot of executives. So there's a lot of great stuff going on. I think we may have still one sponsorship available for MBA.
yes, we do. So
If a
please,
company wants to sponsor the videos, their logo will go on all of the videos. Your people will see all of those views and will even interview you or one of your executives. So marketing teams that are listening to this, trying to still make an impact for Denver and MBA annual, let us know. We only have one left. And again, that will be first come, first serve.
yes.
Dalila, we've talked about relationships. We've talked about video. We've talked about NAMB and the conference in technology. What are you most excited about as we head into 2025?
Oh, let's see. I'm excited. The truth, I'm excited to still be on my own and still thriving.
Well, and
Praise of God, because like I think about it, Michael, seriously, I'm now 2.5 years in, and I am just so grateful for all the support from you, from Tony Thompson, from our clients, people like Value Link, right? I mean, I could not be here doing what I do without you guys. So the truth is, like, I am forever. I'm just grateful to be here because some companies didn't make it.
Yeah, well, and Delilah, keep letting your light shine. I love partnering with you on these videos and everything like that. And we can talk about all of the views we get and all the power of video and everything like that. But the most important thing is you're a good person. You're a person of great faith that
Yes,
truly is committed to adding value to people.
I
And
do.
that's why I'm so delighted and excited to be working with you on some of these initiatives. Uh, the light that you shine in the industry, the character and the integrity that you bring to doing these things is why you make such an impact and why in 4 years we'll still be talking about your success, and in 5 years and 10 years, because you do it and you do it the right way. And I
Yeah.
couldn't be more pleased to partner with you. Even if it's on a small fraction of what we do, it's having a profound impact. And I can't thank you enough, my friend.
Yes, I feel the exact same way. I feel I'm so grateful to you. We have a lot of things that we do work together, and there's things that we work separately. But when we're together, it is a partnership. It's real. You can see it if you're in Denver. And I'm extremely blessed for that. I couldn't have asked for anything better. So thank you, Michael.
Amen, Delilah. It's always great having you a guest. Thank you for being on this episode of the FinTech Hunting Podcast.
Bye.